Programming your WeatherTRAK controller for water restriction compliance using WeatherTRAK Central. Once logged in to WeatherTRAK.net and your controller has been selected, find your way to the program page. Local water restrictions have become very specific. In order to make these changes, we need to go to the Days and Times section. Click on the plus icon, and that will reveal the settings that we can change for this particular controller. Here you can see this WeatherTRAK controller has 4 separate programs. Each program can have its own start time, water window, and water day mode. However, it is not uncommon to see all stations programmed under Program A. So in the examples to follow, we will only be making changes in Program A. Let's move on to Water Window 1. Within the Water Window column, we're able to change the start time. On days when watering is scheduled, the start time is when that watering will begin. Most local watering restrictions are only allowing irrigation to occur in the late evening and early morning hours. In this situation, we've set our start time for 9 p.m. Next, we'll set the duration. The duration is the total amount of time that irrigation is allowed to occur within. In this example, we've created a 12-hour water window. And the end time column reflects that. We have a start time of 9 p.m., a duration of 12 hours, and an end time of 9 a.m. Let's move forward to the Water Window 2 column. If used, the Water Window 2 column has 2 behaviors. These behaviors are contingent upon how your WeatherTRAK controller is set up. If you're in auto mode, it will respond to high ET, or extreme weather conditions, and apply an additional amount of water to compensate. If you're in user mode, it acts as a second start time and behaves exactly as it does in the Water Window 1 column. For example, if you're in user mode and set a second start time, it will run Program A completely through as it did with the first start time. To maintain compliance with the local watering restrictions, the second water window in most situations will not be needed and can be turned off. With a better understanding of the second water window column, let's move on to water day modes. Watering day modes enable us to dictate exactly which days irrigation will occur. This WeatherTRAK ET Pro Series controller has 6 different modes. The default mode is optimized by WeatherTRAK. There's odd-even, water day interval, days of week by month, and off. Optimized by WeatherTRAK is the default setting. It enables the controller to decide which days it will or will not water. As I'll explain later in the video, you are able to omit a day of the week under this setting. Odd-even enables you to set your controller to either water on odd or even days. Water day interval enables you to water on interval days, for example, every second day, every third day, or every fourth day. Days of the week is the most common mode. This is where you enable irrigation to occur on specific days of the week. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Thursday and Sunday. Next, we have days of week by month. Days of week by month is very similar to days of week, except we can be specific to each month of the year. For example, September can have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but January might just have Sunday. Last, we have the off mode. If a program is set to off, no watering will occur until it is changed. Now let's go into each of these modes more in depth. The default water day mode is optimized by WeatherTRAK. This puts the decision of which days to water in the hands of the controller. Yet under the options dropdown, you have the ability to choose one day from the week where watering will be excluded. In this situation, we'll choose Tuesday. One reason you might do this is that there's regularly scheduled maintenance that occurs on that day, and this ensures watering will not occur, which could interrupt that. Let's keep going and discuss the odd-even watering day mode. Some local watering restrictions require that irrigation occur on either odd or even days of the week. To do this, choose odd-even under the water day mode, then under options, choose either odd or even. If you choose odd, it will water on the first, third, fifth day of the week. And if you choose even, it will water on the second, fourth, and sixth. Let's now discuss the water day interval mode. The water day mode, water day interval, enables you to water on an interval-based schedule, meaning that under the options dropdown, you can choose 1, meaning it will water every day, 2, meaning it will water every other day, all the way down to 30 days. In this situation, we'll set it to 3, which means it will water every third day. Let's now discuss the water day mode days of week. The water day mode days of week is by far the most used in catering an irrigation schedule to fit with local watering restrictions. In order to use this, simply change the mode to days of week. You'll notice a calendar icon appears under options. Here you're able to select the days of the week that you want watering to occur and not to occur. In this example, you see Monday and Wednesday and Friday have been chosen. Yet if I'd like to make a change, I can simply click on the checkbox, remove a check mark, add one under the day I would like watering to occur, and then repeat that process. Once I'm happy with the selection, I press the Set button, and the controller will now follow that schedule. We can take this a step further with the watering day mode days of week by month. The water day mode days of week by month is a more advanced version of days of week. This water day mode enables you to set the days of week specific to each month of the year. In addition to the changes in seasons throughout the year, certain local watering restrictions also change depending on the month. This gives you the ability to make granular changes on a month-by-month basis. Simply select or deselect the days you would like irrigation to occur, and then press the Set button. Our last watering day mode is off. This suspends all watering on the associated program. In this case, program A. One nice feature of WeatherTRAK Central is if you were to open the station's area, you'll see that program A is now red, indicating that it's off. A very important and sometimes overlooked step is saving your changes and sending those to your WeatherTRAK controller. Simply click the Save and Send button, then click OK, and your program information is now being saved in WeatherTRAK Central and sent to your controller. It's always a wise idea to review the changes that you've made. To do this, go to the Manage page by clicking the Manage tab. Here's where we find an overview of the currently selected controller, in addition to other valuable information. In addition to changing your watering schedule, local water restrictions are requiring that irrigation systems do not water for a specific amount of time after a rain event. For example, after a rain event, you cannot water for 48 hours, and this can be accomplished a couple of different ways. One way is by selecting a specific controller. We can send that controller a rainfalls event directly from WeatherTRAK Central. On the Manage page, you'll find the rainfalls feature. You're also able to select a controller at the top using the drop-down menu. Once the controller is selected, navigate to the left of the screen where it says Rainfalls and press Edit. A dialog box will appear. Next to User Rainfalls Days, you'll find a drop-down menu. Choose the amount of days you'd like watering to be delayed for. For example, if I were to choose a 1-day suspension of watering, it will reach out to the controller and suspend all watering for 1 day, even if it's occurring at this very moment. If we'd like to suspend watering for 48 hours, we would then choose 2 days. We click the Update Rainfalls button, and any watering that might be occurring at this moment will be suspended in addition to the 48 hours thereafter. Once the dialog box is closed, the controller will then update. We can also send a rain delay to multiple controllers at once. Click the Controller tab at the top of the page to reveal the controller list. You can select all of the controllers by putting a check mark in this box, or you can select specific controllers by putting a check mark in the box next to their name. For this example, we'll select them all. Now click on the Send Rainfalls button on the right of the screen. In the drop-down menu, choose the duration in days for how long you'd like the pause to last. Like in the previous example, regardless of how many days you choose, it will suspend watering from the moment you click the Send Rainfalls button. For this example, let's choose 2 days or 48 hours. Upon pressing the Send Rainfalls button, all the selected controllers are now suspended from watering for 48 hours.